This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason.
Henry running to the left. Open space inside the 40. And he'll finally...
Now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
First there to grab it. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's cut along the left side. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, to throw, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to... Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He puts some air under a deep... Herbert from the gun. And there's a man there. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has him up. He loses the football.
National Football League on EA Sports. And there's no love lost between these AFC West foes. We're just moments away from the action. All that and more coming up next.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. Darius Davis to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the ground, it's Edwards again. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. To the air this time, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. On target to Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. They'll be led out by a guy coming off a pair of shortened seasons. The former Pro Bowler, now in his 8th year, Deshaun Watson.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with the new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts his campaign, though, and how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running once more with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Michigan there that time. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Watson now off play action. On target to Waddle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Finds him over the middle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Deion Henley. Second down now, 7 to go. Henry running to the left. Open space inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. They get 28 out of that play. And they're going to have a first down. Play action, it's Watson. Cut near the goal. He has the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
First there to grab it.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another run for Henry. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by Deion Henley. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That's a short gain of 1. And it'll give him a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Watson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Watson. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They're going for it. Here's Watson. Headed out right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Herbert on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Set. Go, hey, go, go, go. Set.
Another try following the sack. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. Going for the first with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. J.K. Scott on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The visitors and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Henry. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10, Herbert. Able to hit Palmer, complete.
Go.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the first.
Go.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing now, Herbert. He finds McConkey. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick.
Go.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To throw, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now they're whistling for timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. Complete out to the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here comes their offense out again. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Gibson here from the gun. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up 1st down. Watson now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Henry on the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first. Slot man motioned over. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Broke through the tackle. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They give right side to Henry. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. Out of the gun, Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He puts some air under a deep throw. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On the return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, ram. Go.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Gets it through the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Set. Hey.
Now Herbert again. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Go.
It's Herbert once more. Hurst there to grab it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The visitors and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Watson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now two, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got two in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Second down now, 7 to go. Trying it left side with Edwards. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Herbert to throw once more. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers make it 17-all. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. And they were able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Rolling out to his left. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dax Hill. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Called in by Waddle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. We've reached the end of 3. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Watson now off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's complete right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Henry running left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Watson. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Shot goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Still time to go, Bronk, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has him up. He loses the ball. It's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Watson on 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. Wow, wide open here, complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. On the option, here's Gibson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 5 yards on the play, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and goal, Henry. Forward and get in, touchdown! These guys go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And these guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. He's on the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Gets this to McConkey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Let's see what they went with on third down. Herbert back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
Go.
And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Desperation time here on fourth. That's cut beyond the marker.
Let's go.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds McConkey. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Throwing on first is Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers now within one score in the fourth. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. On first down, they'll start with Gibson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give him a first down. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. These guys leading by 7.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Back to throw it. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Vacates quickly left side. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Buys time, rolling right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Henry running to the left. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a two-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Chargers send wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They've got to keep moving quick here. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments, so win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the fourth. So only a handful of seconds left. They have time for this and a single snap. And they come through with the recovery. That one should win them this game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.